YouTube, welcome back to another live stream episode. Breaking news, Elon Musk literally said 2 days ago. I haven't been keeping up with the drama between Elon Musk and Twitter and Sneako, but I opened up Twitter today and I saw that Elon Musk yesterday, well, I guess technically today, because he tweeted at midnight, past midnight, he said that Sneako should be deported. Yeah, he said Sneako should be deported, and the reason he said that Sneako should be deported is because Sneako declares New York as an Islamic state and says Islam will be in every house, inshallah, the whole world wide. What's up, Mason? Have you been hearing about the beef between Elon Musk? Even Alex Jones was involved. Even Alex Jones was literally tweeting at him. That's how crazy it was. What's up, GG? I'm telling them the story of what's going on right here. I can just show you on my phone. We got, Alex Jones tweeting at Sneako because Sneako declared the streamer. I don't know if you guys heard of him before, Sneako. Yeah, he was a Christian streamer, but then he became Muslim, and he had this whole grift with Andrew Tate. But anyway, he was posting. Sneako declares New York as an Islamic state and says Islam will be in every household. Inshallah, the whole wide world will be Muslim. So then Alex Jones replies to that tweet and says, deport him. And then Elon Musk says, yes, deport him now. So Elon Musk wants to deport him. That's unfortunate. And this all started with, and Elon Musk has made several tweets calling for exiling of American critics that are saying they hate America, la di la di da. This was all after reality TV star, also the man, the legend, the myth. He was running for mayor in Los Angeles, Spencer Pratt. He also posted, "It's okay to love America" on July 4th, drawing millions of people. And then Elon Musk replied to Spencer Pratt and said, if you don't love America, then, that's un-American and you should be exiled. Oh, so Sneako posted a photo of Elon Musk in retaliation and said, deport him back to Africa. This is my country. Brother, both of you are, you know, I think Sneako was born here, but Elon wasn't. So what's the difference, really? They're both come from different backgrounds. But I just told you that little bit of story. But we also have this Trump thing going on right now, where Trump is talking about the Trump accounts. So we're also going to be watching that a little bit. We got the Trump accounts. But make sure you guys drop me some likes. Get the likes way, way up there. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Nah, Musk is not a weirdo. Musk is the GOAT, man. I love Musk. He's fantastic. Musk does such a great job. Trump should deport his own wife first. How about we just deport the illegal alien criminal bastards? We don't have to deport any good legal people. We love immigrants. We just don't like criminal illegal alien ones. We just don't. I'm an immigrant myself. I've lived in many different places. If that's what an immigrant, is, then yeah, I'm not. But Musk is not a weirdo. But you guys want to see the video? W's in chat if you guys want to see the video. W's in chat. Also, shirt of the day. Shirt of the day. Shirt of the day. You like the shirt, guys? Shirt of the day. She's not illegal. She's literally married to Donald J. Trump. She's not illegal. All right, guys. You guys are just getting ridiculous with these conspiracy theories now. So I think it's about time that we take a look at this video of Donald J. Trump. All right, let's just start here.
Good, so we'll get going, and good morning. I'm grateful to be with
you. Man, look at that. That does not look like a man that ever did any Epstein-type activity. That does not look like a you can tell by looking at that. That man never did any type of Epstein activity. Never. Look at that.
With you on this historic occasion. The American dream belongs to every child, and today we are equipping the next generation with the right to claim their rightful share of it. Through Trump accounts, our president is creating an ownership economy.
That is fantastic. An ownership economy.
Where all citizens become shareholders. 38% of American families do not have any exposure to our great equity market.
He's not standing awkwardly at all next to those children. Those children are literally looking up to Donald J. Trump. Literally looking up to him.
But with Trump accounts, over time, we can get that number to 0. Already, 6 million American children have signed up. 86% of them with families earning less than $200,000. U.S. Treasury, 1.4 million of those accounts will receive $1,000 from the U.S. Treasury to seed the accounts. When the markets open in just a few.
Wow, that's fantastic, man. They all got their Trump accounts. This is making a lot of future generation of impoverished youth millionaires. This is a legendary moment in history.
Few minutes. No, right now. Oh, Trump accounts will benefit. So ring the bell, Mr. President.
Woo! Mr. President ringing the stock market bell. Man, what a legend. What a freaking legend. This is probably why the stock market opened up. Only $1,000, you greedy socialist bastards, always asking for more. Every single time someone gives you a handout, you're saying, more, 1,000, that's it. That's a lot. And if it compounds after 18 years, that is going to be over $1 million. You guys know nothing about how this Trump account works. You can open your own daughters, even if they're 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. You can open them Trump accounts. When you put this 1K in the account and it compounds in the stock market and it's reinvested in the stock market for 18 years, yeah, that's over $1 million. You Democrats are too dumb to realize what this investment account is. It's an investment account for your child's future. You put $1,000 into it and it compounds. It's supposed to reach like $1 million in 18 years. Clueless, Democrats, clueless. I think it tracks the S&P 500, but I don't know what the returns are.
So I will just finish by saying, on the eve on the heels of our 250th anniversary, that this will be one of the president's most enduring legacies, and the great bounty of this will go for generations to come. It is my privilege to invite President Trump to speak after we had two firsts.
Where is he going to speak?
Today. First time we've ever had the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. They do a joint opening, and first time we've ever had the opening bell run in the Oval Office. So, Mr.
Wow, first time the stock market ever opened from the Oval freaking office.
President.
Well, this is very exciting, an amazing achievement. People, we don't know this, Michael, but people have been trying to do this for 30 years. And they were so generous. He put up, and she put up, I think she more than him, maybe. Both very much involved, but Michael and Susan put up $6,250,000,000. And I'm sure if I make a phone call, they'll do it again. The job they've done is incredible in life, so we want to thank you very much. Amazing, really amazing.
$1 million after 18 years probably isn't 100% right. I think the actual number was a couple 100,000, but you would have to look into it yourself. It's a good investment, okay? I'm not here to give financial advice or investment advice. All I can tell you is if you put $1,000, you can add to that Trump account. If you max the Trump account out, which I think you can add 3 or 4,000 to it a year, if you max it out, it's over $1 million by the time your child turns 18.
And our friend from Micron, by the way, called me on Friday, and he said Micron's putting in $250 million, and he's done a phenomenal job. And $250 million, and many other companies and people.
Yeah, by the way, this is completely privately funded. Completely privately funded. So make sure you get the likes way up there, chat. What's up, Hard Right? How you doing, brother? Make sure you guys get the likes way up there. No, China is not going to convert to Islam.
Are putting up tremendous amounts of money, and it's something I'm very proud of. Some people think it's going to go down as one of the most important things we've done during the administration. So after a truly historic weekend celebrating the 250th anniversary of America, today we're thrilled to officially launch the Trump accounts, and we had some beautiful people and speeches and tremendous crowds. We had the biggest crowd anyone's ever seen. That unfortunately lightning caused it to leave, and everybody said, well, we'll do it another time. When I heard that, I said, no, we won't. Everybody had left. I said, we're not doing it another time. We're
doing it now. Let those fireworks
off. On the 4th
off.
of July. And we actually started the speech on the 4th of July. We had to wait a little while, like a couple of hours, let the lightning pass. And everyone had left. And we came back, and they had 150,000 people came back they took their car. They're going back home to Texas. They turned their car around. They came back. You wouldn't believe it, 150. I think the 150.
They are helping our country get wealthy again.
Was more impressive than the 425 or whatever it was. It was pretty amazing. And Mount Rushmore, likewise, was so incredible. So people love our country. Our country is doing incredibly well. Strongest military in the world has been displayed with Venezuela, who are getting along with fantastic.
Thomas Massey has major anti-Israel Muslim-loving donors.
Particularly now, we've taken hundreds
Thomas
of
Massey has Muslim donors.
Hundreds of billions.
So does James Fishback. They have Muslim donors.
Well. Paid for the war many
Radical
times
Islamists.
Iran, we're doing actually equally as well. We're just not getting the kind of coverage that we should, but we have eviscerated them military, and the bottom
we have eviscerated their military. The Democrats will scream, we lost, even after we took out their entire military. 186 ships in 2 minutes.
Mine is our country is strong. We have the greatest military anywhere in the world. I was with President Xi 3 weeks ago, and I said that, and there was no argument. Nobody's arguing. We built it during my first term, and we're using it now for very good reasons, because in this case, Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. We can never let that happen. On Saturday, July 4th, our administration deposited one-time seed contributions of $1,000 each into
I like this comment. Trump is not Hitler, bums. Great comment. Great comment.
The Trump accounts of over 500,000 American children.
I'm a million times better looking than Dean Withers. Dean Withers is gay.
And millions more will be getting additional contributions from
gas is lower.
Generous donors like, as I mentioned, Michael and Susan Dell. They are truly incredible people. Go out and buy a Dell computer. He's not doing it for that. But I'll bet his business, Brad, has gotten even bigger. I have a son that loves their laptop.
They love their laptops.
I have to tell you, no, I want a Dell. We're going to get him that money back one way or the other. And then I'll ask for another $6,250,000,000. We'll start the whole process all over again. No, he makes an incredible product, and right from the beginning. And Brad Gerstner has been pushing this, so he's a
No, we're not going to change the USA to Islam. No, 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 no. That's not happening. The USA is going to stay a Christian nation. Marilyn Adelson, all these Muslim people are going after me. Is that what's happening right now? Because all I see is a giant group of Muslim loving people. Is it because we mentioned Sneako? Does Sneako have like a giant following of Muslim people, Muslim lovers? All Sneako's fans are just a bunch of Muslim lovers?
Very successful man. Not quite as famous as the Dell family, right? Of Michael, but you are. He's an amazingly successful guy. And he's put up a tremendous amount of money. And again, I want to thank Mike Ryan and all of the companies.
AIPAC received $0 from Israel. Zero.
That have already called me, and they're putting up a lot of money. This is nothing. This is not me. And putting the name on it was not my idea. That was a whole group of people that passed legislation, because this is all made possible only by.
Thank you for those gifts, brothers. Keep sending them. Keep sending them.
The passage of the great big beautiful bill. And I knew that this was happening, but I didn't know. All of a sudden, I see my name on it in the bill, but I'm very proud to have my name. They think it would sell. They said
Israel has sent $0 to AIPAC, brother. $0.
if your name's on. I said, look, leave it on, but I did not. I just want to.
Bro, so Elon Musk wants Sneako deported and Sneako wants Elon Musk deported. This is getting very, very interesting, guys. Yeah, the only problem is only one person has the power to deport them. And that would be Elon Musk could probably have Sneako deported if he really wanted to.
No, I did not ask for it.
I have
Michael,
a
is that
seeking
correct
suspicion.
statement? Did I ever go to you and say, Michael, don't put up the money unless they use my name? No. But I have done that in other cases. I will tell you. In certain other cases, I've done that, right, Scott? But not in this case. This is a very special kind of a thing that took place. It's, in a way, it's a miracle. Nobody thought it was possible. Think of it. Children that are born without money.
Really, think about it. Children born without money.
Without any money. Great parents. They can have everything can be great, but they have no money. They can become very wealthy children at 18, and they can flip it over, or their people can flip it over into other vehicles at a certain age so that they don't take it out. I would recommend they probably don't take it out, but they can have a lot of money, especially if the market continues. Can you imagine if you did this during Trump a year ago, a year and a half ago, where the market's gone up at levels? As an example, everybody said when I got elected, there's no way that during the 4-year period we'll ever hit 50,000 on the Dow.
We're over that now. We're way over that.
And we hit 50,000 on the Dow, I would say, in the first year, records. We had records. What NASDAQ has done, what the New York Stock Exchange, all the stock exchanges, 7,000 on the S&P was impossible during the first year, but they really thought it was impossible in 4 years, and we hit it before the first year. So
every single person in here, whether you're a Trump supporter or a Democrat, y'all should drop gifts and drop super chats, even if you don't like Trump, if you own stocks, because you're benefiting from my president's work. If you're going to say he's not your president, then I'm going to say you're benefiting from my president's work. Pay your reparations. Pay your reparations.
if the children had invested the money a year and a half ago, we should have acted faster, actually. It's too bad. But it's going to go up. We have a hot country. It's going to go up. I think the market's going to go through the roof. When all those factories open, they're being built all over the country at record numbers. We have never built in the history of our country what we're building now. We have $19.2 trillion, and much of that money is going toward building factories, plants, AI, automobile. We've never built as many automobile plants. They're all over, and they're coming from all over the world. You know why? Because they don't want to pay tariffs. If they build their cars here, they pay no tariffs. So Japan, instead of making them in Japan or South Korea, instead of making them in Germany with Volkswagen and Mercedes and BMW, they're all building plants here now. They're coming out of Canada. They're coming out of Mexico. Mexico took a lot of our business. So did Canada. They're all coming back. I don't know what the countries are going to do, but they're all coming back. So today, with the ringing of the opening bell for the stock market, those accounts will now begin to grow right along with our booming economy. And I really believe we're going to have the biggest boom of all right now. You haven't seen it.
Okay, now you can hear me again. I got you. I saw you. I said thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Anything yet. Between individual contributions and the seed funds, $800 million in new capital will be invested in the stock
If
market
my silence is the greatest, why don't you just stop watching then? What's up, Drift? How you doing?
for America's children this week. And I also think that we're going to be putting numbers in the budget, which will be really spectacular, because it's really not costing us anything. We're giving this money to children so they can have a good life. Very early on, they can have a good life. And we're going to be doing also something we're working on later on, and it'll be also, I think, very.
Yeah, this Trump account is gonna give those children a really good life. No, Trump's approval rating is higher than ever. You're losing your approval rating in Canada. Canada's in a recession. The UK's a shithole. I don't know what else to tell you. And Canada's also a shithole. Couldn't pay me, $200,000 a year to go live in Canada or the UK. It's too big of a fucking shithole. So enjoy your shitty Muslim infested, frozen over, icy ass country in your gray, cloudy days.
Popular. And I guess the best definition is they have a plan in Australia, which people really like. It's really worked out very well.
I think that's hilarious that Trump got the red card removed. I think that's funny that Trump got the red card removed in FIFA.
Incredibly well and very respected, and we're going to be
Just sit
talking
in
about that with Congress and
silence.
see if we can implement it. And that would be more for grown-ups as opposed to children, but it's something that's going to be great, I think, if we can get it done, and we're going to try very hard. But again, I want to thank Michael and Susan, Brad, and his son Lincoln, as well
There are new plants being built.
as Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, who has really been an incredible. If you're casting a movie, you put him as the Secretary of the Treasury because he's central.
Why is Trump so orange? It's just a good
Casting.
look.
Do we agree? When you say he's done, more importantly, he's done a great job. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler, who's been phenomenal. Chairman of the SEC, Paul Atkins. Paul, thank you. What a job you do. You know, there's always been a problem there, and with you, everything goes smoothly. Although I have to say, Jay did a very good job also, right? During my first term. But Paul's been incredible.
We should have just deported all these commies out of the country.
Everybody wanted Paul, and he's exceeded expectations, I will say, and everybody knows it. Thank you, Paul. Great job you're doing. Director of the National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett. I didn't want to lose Kevin. I said, Kevin, you're at a huge disadvantage because selfishly, for a certain other position, and we have another. We had the two Kevins, and they're both great. And a friend of mine, Ted Cruz, we fought each other for a while, and he's a very tough competitor.
Not a big Ted Cruz fan, guys, but it is what it is. W Ted Cruz or L Ted Cruz in chat? Let me know, guys. L Ted Cruz or W Ted Cruz? Yeah, everyone on TV wears makeup, smartass. And plenty of Democrats love wearing makeup because they're all gay. So, what's your point? Oh, these Democrats are real angry today. I don't give a damn, man. I think it's hilarious.
And we became friends. We were actually great friends before the campaign. And everybody said, will this ever end? In fact, he was doing a rally. He said, could we do a joint rally? That's like you people doing a joint bell ringing. It's like crazy, right? But he said, remember we did the joint rally outside in Washington. We had a big crowd. And the media was saying, will it ever end?
More than anything, I want to clock in with someone and see if they want to debate. But I don't think we have too many people at the moment that want to debate. Here, let me tag in with the YouTube and see if anyone wants to debate out there. But we'll continue. Lol, they've been mad for years. Yeah, I hope they stay mad. I'd rather them be angry at me in the comment section and stay mad than lose their anger. Because if they don't lose their anger, it's not going to be funny anymore. It's only funny when they get really over exaggerated and really angry for no reason. I mean, I understand why they do. They're just very miserable Democrat people, but most Democrats are miserable and hate their lives, so I get why they'd act like that. And it is pretty funny to watch them, squirm and worm.
I said, it will, but not yet. But it ended. But then it came together better than ever before. He's done a wonderful job as a senator, highly respected. In fact, somebody said, would you ever appoint him to the United States Supreme Court? Because he's a brilliant lawyer, Ted. I said, well, he's the only one I can think of that's going to get 100 votes. All Republicans will vote for him. All Democrats will vote for him because they want to get him the hell out of the Senate. No, if I was having a hard time with getting the votes, I would appoint Ted Cruz. I get 100%, a guarantee. But
Ted Cruz, I'm sorry, is not going to get you any votes. That's not going to get you shit. Sorry, Trump. That's a horrible idea.
When you look at all of the different things that have taken place and you look at the international nature of what we're doing, because these are all international companies, so many I can't mention because they're too big to mention. The kind of money that's being invested is really, really incredible. So
I'm angry because you're making the life I love objectively worse for pretty selfish reasons. How am I making your life worse? I ain't the one making you make less money. That would be yourself. I ain't the one taking away your house. That would be your landlord for not paying your bills. I ain't the one making you miserable. That's all in your head. So this has nothing to do with me and everything to do with your own fucking failures, just like the rest of the Democrats. They ain't mad at me, and they ain't even mad at this guy. They're just mad that they're straight up losers, and they've accomplished zero of their objectives. Absolutely nothing.
again, I want to, just because they're friends of mine, but the Exchange CEO, Jeffrey Sprecher, is here today. He's an amazing man, amazing success. His wife has done a fantastic job at small business. They call it small business, but when you add it all up, it's probably the biggest business in the world, right? But Kelly has been incredible. And Jeff, thank you very much. New York Stock Exchange President Lynn Martin, we want to thank. And NASDAQ Chair and CEO Adina Friedman, and NASDAQ President.
No, we're not in favor of rent caps. No, rent caps are stupid. Canada's Canada is likely going to get taken by America eventually, but at the same time, I mean, we kind of feel bad because half of your country is trying to separate right now anyway. Alberta wants to separate, and they pay the majority of the taxes in the country, so they don't want to be a part of Canada anymore. So that must really suck. Gosh, you're hilarious. You've been saying that for the last 12 months. Oh, Lena, I've earned everything. You've earned nothing. That's why you think the government owes you something. Because you
Nelson
never
Griggs, we
earned
have
it.
all of them. This is a fantastic group of people. Thank you very much. Thank you. We've got them all. Did you ever think you'd be in the same? Well, this is a great room.
This is an amazing room.
I always, when people walk in, the biggest people in the world, people that are, in many cases, on your exchanges, right? They walk in and they look around. They go, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." I don't want to use names. Larry Ellison walked in, and he said, "What? Where am I? This is so." It takes a while. Actually, if you're negotiating, you have people at a great disadvantage because they're.
Any Democrats out there actually want to debate, or are they all scared? Or are you all scared? Huh? Anybody? Nobody wants to call in. Well, there's always one guy we can call, right? Let's see if we can get Ack to come on. We're gonna um here, we'll take this off screen for a second. We're gonna put the call-ins back on screen. We're gonna put the Discord on screen. Mario. Guys, we're gonna make a call in to Ack. Acky wacky. There's gonna be a Discord link. Discord link. If you want to call in, you can call in through the Discord link. Nobody harass this gentleman. The economy is booming, though, boys. The economy is booming. Let's see if he joins, boys. We'll be connecting shortly. Does anyone want to join in and debate? Yes or yes? Ring, 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 ring. Rent caps. Rent caps. Why are interest rates still crap? The economy's booming. Because Joe Biden had those interest rates up at like 13%. Actually, don't quote me on that. I had no clue how high, but it depends what you were looking for. Some car loans were like fucking 15%. Scott, I'm calling you. What's the debate topic of the day? Can someone drop me a topic down below? Can someone drop me a topic, anybody? Just got here. What's the chat about? Just got done spending my welfare checking EBT. Thanks everyone for going to work, especially you Trump supporters. Really appreciate it. Had a great 4th. What do you think about that, Scott?
I think
We should kick them
I
off
am,
welfare.
yeah, I think I am hungry.
You think we should kick them off welfare?
Um,
Do you think it should be possible to kick Democrats off welfare if they brag about how they're living off Trump supporters' money and that they refuse to work? Do you think that should be like an offense where they just lose their welfare? I do.
uh,
I think that
no,
should be
I
a
mean,
reportable offense. If someone does that, you should be able to record them and send it to the welfare office, and the welfare office just cuts that bitch's welfare checks right off.
yeah, I mean, I think
That's my opinion. If you're bragging about not working and collecting welfare, your welfare should
Uh-huh.
be instantly snatched up and taken away from you. Just like if you're
Yeah.
bragging about committing crimes, you should be instantly snatched up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think MAGA and Trump supporters should not get their feelings hurt about hearing people brag about being on welfare.
Why? Then you shouldn't get your feelings hurt when I say take away all the lazy motherfuckers' welfare.
You're right, Graham.
You
I
shouldn't
shouldn't
get
get
your
my feelings.
feelings hurt when Trump has already taken millions of people's welfare away. When he takes the next round of y'all with welfare away and you lose food stamps completely, don't come crying to me.
True. I feel bad though for my uncle who's a veteran who got his snaps taken away. That's the
Well,
only
how
thing
did
I
he
feel
get
bad.
his SNAP taken away? He must not qualify for it because the only, or either that, or is your uncle an illegal alien immigrant? Because the only
No, he's
people that got their SNAP taken away was people that were fraudulently receiving it, some illegal alien immigrants, some dead people, and some other fraudulent people that didn't qualify any longer, or people that it should have long expired for. So, how many years was your uncle on food stamps?
well, my uncle's a veteran, so he is a
Okay, how
citizen.
many years was he on food stamps?
2, maybe 3 years, I
Is he
believe.
disabled?
He is
Well,
disabled.
then why isn't he collecting disability?
He does not qualify because his spouse makes enough income to technically, on paper, live off of their income.
Oh, so
However,
his wife makes $100,000 a year, but he wants to live off my taxpayer dollars.
no, his wife doesn't make $100,000 a year. His wife makes math. We talked about it not too long ago. Monthly they make about 2,000 a month each, something around there. Rough
Uh,
estimate. We didn't look into the exact number.
Lawyer Chris says, I'll take that deal. My deal is if you're making $100,000 a year, you aren't paying enough to cover welfare. You shouldn't complain. No, if you make under $130,000 a year, you're a net negative to the economy. That's just a fact. I'm not trying to shit on anybody. I'm not trying to be a dick to anybody. But if you make under $130,000 a year, statistically, you're a net negative to the economy. When you include infrastructure, roads, this isn't even including welfare. This is literally excluding welfare. When you exclude welfare completely, you are a net negative until you make about $130,000 a year because you got to divide military costs, a public road cost, infrastructure cost, and when you divide out all that equally, it comes to about $18,500 a year in taxes. That's before education costs, that's before welfare costs, that is just military costs and public infrastructure costs. So unless you're making $130,000 a year, you're a net negative on average, and that's the majority of the country. So when people advocate for illegal alien immigrants to come in the country, when the majority of Americans ain't even a net positives, that's just crazy. And then they sit here and complain and cry when we let people that are making like $200,000 a year come into our country like nothing, like it's super easy. I think that's perfectly fucking fair. Once you make about $200,000 a year, you have a higher echelon amount of value that you're offering to a country. So why wouldn't any country on earth want you to live there at that point?
That
La-
point.
Laughing my ass off. That's our Discord, Graham. All the MAGA and lids in our Discord, except for a few exceptions, myself being one. Yeah, I understand that. I completely understand this. We already been over this before. It's only the top 20% of earners. Like, it's
Wait, Chris
called the
is
top 20% for a reason because that means the majority of people will never reach there. And if you do, you're exceptional. Huh? What were you going to say, Scott?
wait. Chris is no, yeah. Chris is
This
a
is,
liberal. Okay, and he's
yeah,
saying
he's a
Mag
lawyer.
and
He's a Democrat.
in the Discord, except for a few. Okay, got it, got it. Okay, I was trying to understand his message. I was
He's
like, what is
saying
he
only
saying?
a couple people in the Discord are actually a net positive to the economy. And I'm not even going to disagree. But guess what? The average American, I will have to restate that, though. I will have to restate that. They are a net negative until about their end of their life. The last 5 to 10 years of you paying taxes, even if you never make 100, even if you never make 200 grand a year, the last 5 to 10 years of your life, if you make 50, 60, 70, $80,000 a year, is going to be a net positive. But if you're just looking
Guys,
at a year by year basis on average, the average American's a net negative. But the last couple
chat.
years of their life is a
Yeah,
positive to the taxpayer system. I just wanted to correct
chat.
that because I don't want anyone to say, well, technically, if you live to 70 and you pay taxes the whole time, okay, then yes, I'll agree. You're a net positive.
Chat. I got Euro to agree. Net positive.
Yeah,
W
everyone's a
for
net positive if they live to like 80 or 70. But on
right.
average, year after year, they're a net negative. And when you're 50 years old, on average, you make 1,000 times more money than when you're 20 or 30. That's just
Yeah.
statistical averages. When you're in your 50s and 60s, you're making 1,000 times more money than when you were 20 or 30.
W's in the chat for Scotty, guys. W. Let's go
No, Hambos put W before you said W. Why did he put W?
for a win. W for a win. Let's go.
I'm not claiming to be a CPA. All I'm doing is just reading you some very, very basic tax studies, like done by the Tax Foundation of America or whatever the hell that website's called, done by what is it called? The Heritage Foundation. There's many, many different studies that line up with this. If you want to
True
look
that. True
into
that.
the average American being a net positive or a net negative. What did this guy
Yeah.
say? Interesting,
Yeah.
Trump accepted $400 million jet from Qatar, a Muslim Islamic terrorist country. Um, I would say they're probably not a terrorist country anymore. They've had a bit of reform over the last 15 years. But if there's any recent terror events you can think of that they funded, then that's fucked up. But either way, we should have allies, and I do think that our Air Force One was like how old was it? It was over 20 years old. It might have even been about 40 years old. So I think it's a little bit embarrassing that America was unable to order a new jet solely based off the fact that there was other people in line that were ahead of us. And these people and the thing of it, Qatar probably was spending more money on jets. Like if other countries can get jets and we can't, the only conclusion I can come to is that they have a bigger contract, so they're getting prioritized. I mean, that's how
Put
it's
the
always
Discord.
going to be. If you have a bigger contract, they're going to fulfill your order first.
Put the Discord in the chat because you got J Money over there. You're in our server who could vet people if anyone wants to call in.
Well, what are we
Eh,
debating about now?
nah, not debating. I'm at work. I'm just listening and chit chatting. And come to the debate. The heck? I just
You
called it
did
call
come
in.
to the debate.
I'm working. I can't debate. Right
Okay, what do you think about the Trump accounts? As a finance bro, you have to love the Trump accounts.
to them. They're shitty. They're
How are they
shit show.
shitty?
Fucking just do a kids fuck, what is it called? There's a kids Roth IRA, but I mean I'd rather do a 529 plan because a 529 plan you could put for college, and if they don't use it for college, you can either put it into their retirement
Okay, they can
or
use this money for anything. It doesn't have to be used for college.
yeah, no, for 529 plan that I have, if the child doesn't use it fully, we could put it back into my Roth or into my retirement Roth IRA, or put it into their Roth IRA, and it's all tax free. For the Trump account, there is a stipulation though, and I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm also working. But I don't know. There's something that it's like not really
Yeah,
that great.
the 529 account is for educational cost and the
Mm,
Trump account is just for long-term wealth building. It's like
Great
almost the
tip,
same thing.
great tip though for to make things easier for everybody. I would recommend a 529 plan because you could also do Fidelity. Fidelity, you could
No,
just have
I'd
your.
recommend the Trump plan because maybe your kid doesn't want to go to
Let
college.
me
Maybe he wants to
informing.
start a business or become a mechanic, or maybe he has a business that he's building and he just needs money for it. So I would
Hang
recommend the
on.
Trump account because we
Yeah,
already
well,
know college degrees are becoming less and less valuable year after year, and the prices are going up and up and up year after year.
oh my god, you made so many claims that I need a fact check.
Which
Anyways, real quick,
claims? Which claims do you
so
need a
many.
fact check? All of them are just
Yeah,
common fucking sense.
no, I think
College
you're no.
degrees have not gotten any cheaper over the last 40 or 50 years, have they?
I was referring to
Have they gotten cheaper? No, they have not. Absolutely, they have not.
the claim I was referring to.
Okay, they have absolutely not gotten any fucking cheaper. They've just gotten more and more expensive. There you
That
go.
wasn't the claim I was referring to. The one claim that stuck out to me while I'm working here is saying how the Trump account, you could use the money for a business. Like don't. Isn't it a retirement account or I
It's
don't know? I
not a
gotta look at
retirement account. It's a completely different account. It's an account strictly for wealth building.
it. I can't look into it. I don't know. There's something wrong with it.
No,
We'll
there's
debate it.
nothing wrong with it. It's literally better than a 529. That's what I'm telling you. They give you a free $1,000. You don't have to use the money for education. You can use the money to start a business. You can use the money to buy a house. You can use the money to get into real
You know
estate
what?
investing.
Keep rambling. Let me. I'm gonna lower
Like,
your volume. Post the Discord in the chat and see if people want to
I
come in here
posted the
because
Discord already.
will what's it called pin it
Withdrawals
because
cannot genuinely be made before 18. That's fantastic. Well, you can do it, but it's going to cause a 10% tax penalty. You shouldn't be able to do it at all because these parents that are going to get the free $1,000, they're going to go withdraw all that stuff and smoke crack with it. Let's be honest. There's a lot of drug addict parents out there that are going to go withdraw that $1,000 as soon as it comes in. They're going to buy themselves some weed or some crack or something like that. Are we even going to sit here and lie? Oh, he muted himself because he couldn't hear it. Vet me for the stream? Are you in the Discord? If you want me to vet you for the stream, then join the Discord. He just has to hate on anything. Trump will literally give the Democrats $1,000 free dollars and Scott will hate on it. Come on. Are you kidding me? Trump will give you a brand new shiny $100 bill and Scott will look at him and spit on him and
why
say, "Fuck you, orange
why
man."
are you putting words in my mouth? Why are you putting words in my mouth? If Trump gives us all $1,000, I'll say thank you, Trump, but take care of your other shit too. You gotta
Oh,
be
so you
better with.
want you're just on your bullshit, sounding ungrateful. Oh, someone
You could
said the parents will wait till the money turns to $3,000 and then they'll transgender their children.
support a politician and still criticize them. It's called democracy.
Democracy.
Yes, sir.
You can still do what?
You could still criticize a leader or a politician and still.
Let's call him in this chat. Dustley, we're calling. You didn't ask this guy about his transgender wife or girlfriend. I mean, his previous one, his ex one. Okay, Dustley.
What's going on?
Hello.
I just saw y'all were doing the Discord live stream thing, so I figured I'd holler. I had a minute.
Nice. You're at work.
Yeah.
Very nice. Hey, someone's Euro message, either J Money or someone. They're in the vetted. Or unless you want me to go over there and vet, I'm just chilling. So.
Tell J Money to go do it.
All right. You want to still keep
So
yelling at me?
have you heard about Paul Hammer Time Pelosi?
Oh yeah, he got arrested again.
Yeah, imagine that.
He's a career criminal. How the fuck is the dude
Well,
82 years old still being a criminal?
well, I guess he became a career alcoholic first.
He became a career alcoholic at 80 years old. That's fucking
No,
nuts.
I think he's probably been an alcoholic ever since he married Pelosi. Come on, could you imagine being married to her?
Oh my gosh. No, I cannot. That does not sound good. So what happened with him?
I think they're trying to I think they're going to criminally charge him.
For what? Drinking and driving? Or was he trying to take
Well,
another
that is a
male
criminal.
prostitute home?
For most of us, that is a criminal charge.
Unless he's in Wisconsin. I thought he got charged for something else now.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yo, who's your main moderators? Gigi,
Hey,
J
Mo.
Money. Who else?
Just tell one
Hey,
of
Mo.
them.
Hopefully.
So is it true, Scott? Can I ask you, is it true what we heard?
here, but I'm also taking care of your Discord and vetting services and working. So give me about maybe 10 seconds to handle all your business. Love you, Graham.
Love you. But I don't know if I can say that after the allegations I heard. I don't want to confuse our
Everything I'm
relationship.
doing
This
for
is
you while
I
working, this is a
I
lovely
I
relationship. You
I
better
I I just have to be careful when I use that word love you around other men that may or may not
just,
be
just say no homo. I'm married. I
no
have a
homo,
wife, and
okay. No homo.
He might end up riding on the back of your bike with you.
No homo. Well, he might end up telling us a story about how that time he enjoyed a great night out with Mr. Chris type individual.
Say what?
I hear the story from Chris. Save it. Put that down somewhere in your notes. We want to hear the story from Chris' side.
I thought he
From
was talking about
Chris's
you.
side, I'm talking about you. I heard from a little birdie from someone allegedly. I don't know if it was you or who it was, but I heard someone in this Discord in their
The
early
only date
years.
that Mr.
There's
The
no
only date
judgment.
that
We just
Mr.
want to hear
Chris
the truth. Did you date a
the
trans
only
woman? We just want to
the
hear the truth.
only date the only
No.
date that Mr. Chris would go on
Really?
me with would be a public execution,
You
and
didn't
only if
go
it
on
was
a date with
mine.
a
And I
trans
think we
woman
all know
because
that.
someone told me you dated a trans woman. Don't be ashamed. We're not gonna mock you. We're not gonna say any of that
Look,
stuff.
I've only had one man on the back of my bike, Graham, and that may have been you.
That wasn't me, but I will say you have been with one of you two has dated a trans woman. I don't know which one it is. It might be Dustley too, and it might be Scott. But I'm trying to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, no. I mean, all
Got
women.
pictures. I have pictures of Graham.
You don't got no pictures of nothing. I got pictures
You
of
want
you of that trans woman. You want me to show it on camera?
you want me to post? You want me to
You want me
post
to
it?
post it?
Go ahead, make my day. I'll post way
I'll
more
post it.
incriminating photos to you.
I'll post it. Don't tell him I removed him.
Yeah, add him back. Where the heck? Okay, that's okay. Gigi's in their vetting, so we'll
Okay,
see.
GG's in there vetting him.
Yeah, and
What do you think about the red card?
why do you keep bringing up different topics? I'm working on like 10 things for you here. Give me
Okay,
one
okay,
second.
okay, okay. I'm not gonna
Go
ask
into
you
the
any
chat.
topics.
Read the chat.
I'm,
Yeah, read the comments.
well, what I think about the red card is I think that's hilarious that Democrats can even piss off. Where did you go?
Where'd you go? I miss you so.
Where did you go? Join back. What happened? What happened? Join back. Why'd you leave? Join back. Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave? I didn't kick you. Who kicked you? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Dusty? What are you talking about? Donald Jordan Trump? Israel is the Holy Land, sir. Democrat Logic is proof of idiocracy is a documentary. The red card? What do I think about the red card? Nothing. Nothing really. I don't think nothing. I think Trump did a funny thing to piss off you Democrats once again. That's what I think. I'm out of here. I don't even know what else you want to talk about. I left Scotty's thing. Scotty left. I left. Everyone's in the VC vetting that guy. Get the likes way up there, though, chat. Way, way up there. Way, way up there. I already debated Jimmy again. If that makes you feel any better, I guess you missed it. I already debated him again and I won. I debated his minion, Jovan, on his show. So after that last win about Israel, I don't really think it's necessary. They're not professional, serious debaters. They just have a game show. They're not debaters, they're just game show hosts. There's a major difference between a game show host and a debater. Jimmy Snow would never have the balls to debate me in an open kind of dialogue conversation because that would not go very well for him. Not at all. Same thing with Jovan. But get the likes way up there, chat. Get the likes way up there. I don't know. I'm kind of bored. I get ADHD, so maybe we'll just play this video a little bit more. How about that? Does that sound good? Let's see. Okay, that's real messed up. Who the hell are you? Are you Jovan's buddy? Of course Jovan wants to debate again. Because he lost the last time so badly, he wants to make up for it. I do not really care to debate Jovan. If he wants to debate me, then he has to let me come on there with my face. I'm not going to call into his shitty ass show again. He has to let me host a debate. Otherwise, I'm not interested in talking about him or doing nothing with him. So tell your overlords, Jovan, if they want to collaborate again, that they have to have me come face to face on stream on camera. If that happens, I'm down to do it. If not, I'm not doing it. All right? Because I want a free, fair debate. We can debate about Israel again. We can debate about Israel and he will get chewed out. So you go tell him. You go tell your butt buddy. Well, the man always talks about stuff with other men's rear ends, so I'm going to assume that he's likely homosexual.
We're all screwed up, you know? It's a great place. I
Can
think
y'all
it's the
hear
most
it?
important room anywhere in the world. So I thought it would be good to do this here, right? We seldom do that.
You never been to Israel, you know nothing about Israel. End of debate. End of
But
debate.
this was the first ever joint bell ringing between the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. And hopefully it won't be the last. I think it's, you know, there are a lot of things you could do together that would be good. It's amazing the way you.
Should I low-key call in? Absolutely, you should low-key call in. Join the Discord. Oh man, you'd be an interesting guest. You'd be a very, very interesting guest. I've seen your videos. You'd be a very, very interesting guest. Join that Discord. I'll post it in a second.
You came together, and it was really easy. And they're competitors, but it's a great tribute, I think, to all of you that you were able to do this. It's people are talking about it. The SEC chair. Let me ask you: are you shocked that they came? This makes your job.
No, I'm not shocked. The Trump accounts are successful. Can we get the likes up though?
Doesn't this, Paul? Doesn't this make your job a little bit easier? Isn't it nice? Yes, it does. Why can't we do that with Democrats and Republicans? Maybe that's a tougher one. I think that's
a tougher one for sure, Mr. Trump. Hopefully y'all can hear Mr. Trump loud and clear.
Might be tougher.
Get the likes up,
like
chat. Get the likes
things
up.
That they don't like. But if parents have not done so already, and they are doing so in record numbers, they should go right away to trumpaccounts.gov and sign their child up for a free investment savings.
Free investment savings from Donald J. Trump. Free! Democrats can literally get a free $1,000 and they're still gonna complain. Still? Really? Really? If you want to debate, join the Discord, chat.
And again, a lot of people are people that are uninvolved in terms of they don't have the children, but or their children are older. but they're putting
As someone who's not conservative or liberal, yes, deport Sneako. I agree. He's became a radical Islamist. That's unfortunate.
millions and millions of dollars into the accounts of poor children,
Of poor children for free.
financially poor children, and the parents can't even believe what's happening. So it's an amazing thing. But parents, loved ones, churches, and generous companies and individuals will be able to contribute funds to these accounts to grow throughout the child's life. And again, if we have a good market like we do now, they're going to become actually very rich.
They're going to become very rich. No, I don't agree with anything with Elon Musk. I don't agree about universal income with Elon Musk. I don't want socialism. No, thank you. Sorry, Mr. Muskie. This money isn't coming out of the taxpayer dollars. This money is coming from Trump and his buddies. So you can thank Trump and his pals for giving every single American child $1,000. $1,000. Get the likes way, way up. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button and subscribing.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars. Think of that. Think of it, a child that has no money can have hundreds of thousands of dollars at a very, very young age. Accounts could grow to be worth
You have to
numbers that
screenshot
nobody
the
ever
link
thought
and
even
copy
possible just
Screenshot the link,
6 months
copy
ago
and paste it.
before we did
No,
this.
we all love Mr. Donald J. Trump. We all love Mr. Donald J. Trump. Get the likes up there. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, you want to debate about, you want to call in and debate about our booming economy, lowering gas prices, lowering grocery prices, fantastic, beautiful country we're living in, no transgender women in real women's bathrooms, no transgender women in real women's sports. It is freaking flipping fantastic. So make sure you like and subscribe.
And again, I have to thank Michael and Susan
Trump
because they were so
will
proactive.
and is going to be
Actually,
president in
it was really
2028.
amazing. I just think they're amazing people. So Trump accounts are about giving every American child a stake in America's future and getting some of the upside. And nobody's seen anything like it. And senators like Ted Cruz were at the forefront, and they should
A
be.
booming economy, 250,000 jobs added in the last 2 months. 250,000 jobs added in the last 2 months. Economy's doing fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Double tap that screen, like, subscribe, chat.
Really commended. People have to remember it in the future. It's like so many things I did were so good, and that's only got a 2-year life. Like, as an example, Kevin, I closed the border. We have nobody coming into our country illegally anymore. And I want to make it in my speeches. And they say, sir, nobody cares about that. You've solved the problem. I said, I'd like to talk about it. They said, nobody cares about the border. You've solved that problem. I said, what kind of a business? You solve a problem, you're not even allowed to talk about it. Nobody even wants to hear about it. It's pretty tough. But this is something that they're going to be talking about for a long time because this is going to grow to levels that I think people have no idea. I already see the numbers.
I already see the numbers, and they're fantastic. Freaking fantastic.
So there could be no better way to begin our 250th year. It is so appropriate. Think of that. We're doing it just at this time, this special time. It's pretty amazing. So I'd like to maybe ask Michael Dell to come up and say a few words, followed by Lynn Martin and Adina Friedman and Jeff and some of the people that had so much to do. I'd like to have our great.
I don't know what to tell you then. We need one of the moderators to get in here.
Great Senator Ted Cruz say a few marks, and anybody else that wants to. This is a big celebration. This is a much bigger situation than anybody can imagine. And then we'll take a few questions, okay? Thank you very much. Go ahead. Michael, please, why don't you start it off?
Fantastic. I think there's some other speeches that we missed. That was a good one, but I'm not going to watch that guy's part. Sorry. Let's see. Trump can do what he wants with the red card.
Phone call with Gianni Infantino about the red card, and Belgium is appealing the decision. What's your reaction?
You're asking me about the whole soccer thing? So, yeah, I did. I spoke to Gianni, who's highly respected, who's produced the most successful World Cup in history by, they say, 4 times. This is.
We need someone to come post better links.
Isn't just a success. I actually said, Johnny, we've got all these games. Each one is turning out to be a Super Bowl. And we have all these games. You know, when you think of it, every game is like a Super Bowl. Yes, I watched last night. What a game that was with Mexico and England. I mean, 2 countries, I don't know the players, although I think Kane is a great player. See, I played golf with him, and I like him a lot. He's a good golfer. But he's really great. But I watched, and no reason for me to watch, and you couldn't take your eyes off the game. Because I said, Johnny, you know, you have all these games because they added games. In a country where really we don't.
Thank you, Time. Everyone click that Discord link down below where Time just posted it. Please come and join the Discord. I'm going to pin that if I can. There you go. Click that Discord so you guys can join and come get vetted.
It's not our main sport, to put it mildly. And this has been 4 times more successful. He told me last night the numbers are 4 times greater. They think 50 or 60 million people are going to be watching the game tonight. I mean, you know, this is getting to be Super Bowl numbers. But you
I mean, it's fantastic. Trump literally is fucking y'all's game up.
have a game tonight.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. They all hate Trump. Not only is he quote unquote fucking up their country, he's also gonna fuck up your little sports game. Go cry about it. Trump is just showing the entire world that he makes the rules. He doesn't give a damn if it's a football game, if it's the economy, or what it is. He makes the rules.
They're projecting a minimum of 50 million people watching a game. We call it soccer. It's called football, I guess, but we can't really call it football because it gets there's a little confusion. So, yeah, you call it soccer. We're the only ones that do.
No other president added as much debt percentage-wise as Joe Biden and Barack Hussein Obama.
Do that. But
that's a fact. Go look it up.
Football's great, but I've never seen anything like it. So I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete. And
I'm sorry, I don't know if Trump was a good athlete, but he played football, allegedly. I appreciate you, big city. Make sure you guys double tap that like button. Drop me some likes, subscribe. It's completely free. If you want to show a little bit of extra love on this Monday, you can drop some super chats, drop some memberships. I love you all. Much appreciated, guys. God bless.
I understand.
Let's see if we can find anything else. Is there a video from Osmond Gold we need to watch? I put a new Discord link. It's pinned in the comments.
Really well. Really well. And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. That was 2
Trump
guys.
was ranked in baseball a very good athlete. I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me.
Is running full speed that happened to crash into each other. You can't take your foot and properly place it on somebody else's foot when you're going. No, these were 2 great athletes that got tangled up, and this referee who.
I don't have an apartment, buddy. I'm moving into a new house, and actually in a couple days, literally. But, you know, keep hating if you want.
Is a little bit suspect. If you check his past, I don't want to say that because I don't like to create controversy, but very suspect. If you'd like, I'll provide you with the past. He made a call that nobody could believe. You know, even people on the other side, they say, "Oh, we got lucky. Wow, that's." And it's very interesting. They say they don't show them in slow motion, and I never realized that. I never heard of that before. That they're not allowed to review in slow motion.
He was known for being a powerful hitter, base catcher. That's fantastic. Thank you guys for the gifts, guys. Much love. I really appreciate it. Let's keep it going.
Because it's so different. Because you'll take one little quarter of a second and you'll see that a hand is touching a neck or you see something. Whereas when you see it in fast motion, it will look like two guys collided, which is really what happened. They got sort of entangled.
White privilege no longer exists, so I'm not worried about losing a white privilege that never existed in the first place. So, yeah. Talking about losing white privilege. White privilege doesn't exist in the first place. The only person that has privilege is the black and brown community today. They got DEI. They got DEI. I'm the one that needs DEI now because you're prioritizing all the damn stuff for the black and brown community. And the number one recipient of DEI is the white woman. Number two is the black woman. That is racism at its finest. Racism done at its finest. I can't calm down. DEI is racist. Muhammad Ali was the coward. He made up being Muslim to avoid Vietnam. Yeah. Shout out Charlie Kirk. You know, that man was a legend, an absolute freaking legend. Miss him all damn day. There's a lot of great clips. We should even play clips from Charlie Kirk. We should even play clips from Charlie Kirk.
He didn't do anything wrong, and he's our best player or one of our best players. A very vital player, and he gave him a red card. I didn't know what that meant.
Belgium is so damn gay. Belgium is so damn gay. Every single time they scored a point, they were kissing other men on the mouth. That wasn't a cheek kiss. The Belgium team was kissing other men on the mouth. Oh, that is gay. That's not just a European little French kiss. That is gay. That is gay. That ain't just on the cheek like the French do or the rest of Europe. That is right on the mouth. That is full-blown homosexuality.
I think it meant much. Then I started hearing that means he can't play in the next game, at least.
Yeah, scored a point. When they scored a point, they kissed each other on the mouth. Fucking sake. Jesus. Jesus, save us.
I said, boy, that's a big, if it happened to another player, it would have been unfair. But when they take your best player, or just about, they have some great players, and they say you can't play, that's very unfair. That's, it's one thing to penalize somebody for the game, but how do you penalize them for a game that hasn't been played yet? It's very unfair. You can't do that. So, yes.
See you go. You can't do that.
I asked for a review by FIFA. I spoke to a man who's highly respected, and by the way, whose level of respect has gone up tenfold. And he was good before this started, but
his respect has gone up a lot because he enforced Trump's rules. They gotta follow Trump's rules. Yeah, we do rule Israel. Literally, Trump told Israel yesterday who's the boss.
He really pushed it in this country. I'm the one that got them to do it. It was not Biden. Biden was asleep. I got him to do it. In fact, it was very sad because I got him to do it. And if the progression was normal, I would have been retired now. The Democrats are saying, man, we should have just let him have his way. We would have had him gone.
Nope. We do love our president. What's wrong with supporting Israel?
But I said, you know, the saddest thing is I got the Olympics and I got the World Cup. I tried to claim 250 years too, but that didn't work. They said, that one is what it is. No, I tried, but it didn't work.
Oh,
But wait.
oh! Look how mad Maria is. Maria is having an absolute mental breakdown on a Monday. Sorry, Maria. I hope your mental health gets better.
So I got him. I was so proud of it. And then I realized, you know, I wouldn't be president during that because I would have been out of office by that time. I felt badly. The beautiful thing about what I did is I ran. I never thought of it. And then all of a sudden I realized,
I ran.
you know, I just got the Olympics, and I totally got that myself. And I just got FIFA. I got that myself. We gave a little piece to Canada, gave a little piece to Mexico. I got that myself.
He's the king of sports.
And a lot of people helped, like that man right there, Kevin. A lot of people, you know that. We worked hard on that, and we got it. But what we didn't know is how successful it was going to be. I didn't know. I said, Johnny, is anyone going to show up? Because, you know, we're not really. I think soccer's doing much better, but I couldn't imagine if you would have said to any very smart of these, like people like this, that the numbers they're doing now would be happening. They've never seen anything like it. Think of it. Take the most successful Olympics or the most successful.
Democrats still don't know how golf works. When you hit it in the ditch, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, when you hit it in the ditch, you can pull it out of the ditch if you want. It'll cost you one swing, but it is possible. You can do it. That's how golf works. I'm not a golf expert either, but I know some very, very basic stuff about golf. It's not difficult at all to figure out how it works. But Democrats don't even know how to play golf.
FIFA, and you look at what's happened. You look at the numbers for this in the United States, just compared to FIFA, and it's numerous times more. It's not like 10% more, 2% more, 5% more, which is more expected. It's like 4 times more successful than anything they've ever done. In fact, I said to Johnny, let's do it again next time. And he said, that would be hard. I said, no, you do it again. But at the same time, you give it to somebody else for the next one. I don't know. It's a little crazy idea. But all I did, I asked for a review because I didn't think it was a foul. And, you know, again, I'm good at this stuff. I didn't think it was a foul. I thought it was 2 great athletes that crashed into each other and got entangled. That was not a...
Trump is the new referee for FIFA, so you better be watching out.
That was not a guy punching somebody in the face or anything that, you know, would be different. And I think it's a terrible, if they wouldn't allow, you know, a top player, maybe the best, maybe among the best players on the team to play, I think it would have had a big stain. And I related just that feel. I didn't tell him what to do. I can't tell him what to do, but, and I don't believe he made the decision. I think it was a committee that made the decision. And they made the right decision because, number one, it wasn't a...
You can't cheat on taxes. We all take tax write-offs. When someone takes a tax write-off, Democrats scream at the top of their lungs, he's cheating! He's cheating! Of course I'm going to take a tax write-off. How is that Donald Trump cheating at anything? How is he cheating at anything? I'm genuinely wondering now, talking about he's cheating. Just by taking a tax write-off, he's cheating? Damn, I'm confused.
Foul. And you want to see a game with your best players. You don't want to say, how would you feel if I took, you know, we take Messi out? Look, you know, he ran into somebody. Or we took Ronaldo. Ronaldo, you bunked into somebody. We're going to take you out of a game. He's great.
Well, that's that, I guess.
That nobody could.
Let's play. Let's play this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
This is the 4th of July speech, so this is for anyone out there that missed this or didn't watch the full thing already. What's wrong with supporting Israel?
Please welcome the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
What a sight it is. I want to thank Senate Majority Leader John Thune, a good friend of mine and all of us. Senator Mike Rounds, great guy. Governor Larry Roden, thank you, Larry. Lieutenant Governor Van Huysen.
Whoa. Okay, that's those jets that went over him.
Oh, they're good. And 250 years of majestic American freedom. Nothing like it.
Nothing like it.
In all the chronicles of the ages, never before has any nation celebrated so magnificent a triumph as this one, the one that we are participating in right now. At 250 years, America is the oldest republic on earth. We are the freest people on earth. We have the most righteous and enduring Constitution on earth. We are the strongest and most powerful country on earth. And by the grace of God, the United States of America.
We are the most powerful country on earth. I laugh so hard at these Europeans when they tell me with a straight face, no, we're the most powerful. Belgium is kissing each other on the mouths. On the mouths. The Belgian men are kissing each other on the mouth over scoring 1 point in a FIFA game. Y'all ain't winning against the US anytime fucking soon. Nowhere in Europe.
America is the most successful, most accomplished, most exceptional nation ever to exist in human history, and it is great to be your president.
Europe is beta and they're broke. Especially the EU.
It is great. For a quarter of a millennium, liberty, justice, equality, self-government, and unmatched prosperity have flourished here as they have never flourished anywhere before. There is nothing like what we are doing. The birth and survival of the American nation under God is quite simply the best and most incredible thing ever to happen on this planet by human hands ever. That is ever, ever, ever. No other country has done more good for this world than the United States of America. And we give thanks for these extraordinary blessings.
Why is there orange on your screen? Because we're still celebrating America's 250th to this day. Yeah, I've seen myself in the mirror, 6'5", over 210 pounds. I've seen myself plenty of times. Have you seen yourself in the mirror?
Blessings. We remember that what we have created in this country is not the natural way of the world. It is not the norm. It is the exception. It is rare. It is priceless, and it is truly miraculous. Throughout the entire story of humanity, most people in most places have lived a life plagued by suffering, poverty, exploitation, violence, and misery. But here in America, in this land, on this continent, we have written a very different story. It's a tale of adventure, liberation, and unmatched greatness. It's the story of people governing themselves, the many uniting as one, the men and women rising by their own skill and talent to go further and reach higher than anyone has ever gone before. There has never been anything like this.
Never! Never anything like this. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump.
The triumph of American independence was the result of the most extraordinary people in history. the most extraordinary culture in history, and the most extraordinary ideas in history, all creating the most extraordinary republic ever, ever, ever in history. It all came together for the miracle of July 4th, 1776. That was a big year. 250 years ago tomorrow, what a big day that is. I consider this
250-year anniversary.
a big day because I'm with you.
We're
I
still
like that too.
celebrating. We're still celebrating.
And by the way, we won big here. We won really big.
All we do is win!
Each and every day.
Win! Win.
250 years ago tomorrow, the words of our Declaration of Independence sent an earthquake through all of the coming time. They sparked a revolution that has never ended but still continues to this day. And tonight we come to this beautiful mountain, and it is beautiful, to
It is beautiful. Can we get the likes up, guys? A couple more subscribers.
express
Trump
our
is
gratitude to
pro-America.
those
If
who
you
made
want to
it
debate, you
possible.
can join that Discord down below. But guys, get us up. We just need one more subscriber. One more subscriber, chat. One more subscriber.
Starting with the four men most responsible for reaching this milestone more than any others. We salute the father of our country, George Washington, the author of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson, the great emancipator and
Tel Aviv is a beautiful city, man. What's wrong with Tel Aviv?
savior of our union, Abraham Lincoln.
Losers always hate winners. Always. Always.
And the man who built America into a global superpower, Theodore Roosevelt. These are the men who declared the freedom, and won our freedom, and saved our freedom, and secured our freedom. They were men of action, men of ambition, men of daring, men of destiny, and men of truly great intelligence.
Man, Trump is a good speech maker. Well, he's a good speech presenter, whatever you want to call it. He's a good speech giver.
Above all, they were great men of history. Tonight, on the threshold of our 25th year, we stand beneath the monument of these heroes, a true group of unbelievable people, and we rededicate ourselves to being a nation as big, bold, noble, and as great as these Americans.
What call? You ain't calling me. No one's calling me.
American giants, and that's not easy
You have to get
do,
vetted.
but we're going
If
to
you
do
join the Discord and you want to debate, you have to get vetted. If you don't want to get vetted and you don't want to go through the process, just drop me like a $50 or $100 super chat. We'll let you right in. If not, you have to go through the vetting process, brother.
it. These men could only have been made in the USA. Their faces are engraved on these bluffs, not only because of what they did, but to remind us forever who we are. These heroes exemplify what is timeless, enduring, and eternal about the American character. And in the end,
A lot of Americans don't even have real American character. They just have welfare baby, Democrat loving, Joe Biden loving type character.
it has always been that character, our distinct and
Delusional
unique identity. It
character.
is
No
a truly
character.
unique
Shitty character.
identity, and it'll never change. It's the ultimate source of our strength and the bulwark of our freedom. On this anniversary, we must remember, we have to remember, we can never forget that American liberty has not endured for 250 years merely because of words on paper.
Nope, that's because of the American people. Thank you for that gift, though I have no idea what gift that is. I'll definitely take a look into it. Much appreciated. Drop some gifts, drop some super chats, guys. Much love, everybody. Stay hydrated.
Liberty has
Nice. That was worth $5. Thank you, brother. Much appreciation. Or probably more than that, but at least $5.
prevailed here because of the culture and character of the people who declared it, defended it, and preserved it. These are very, very special times, and this is a very special place. You live in a very special place. Congratulations, everybody.
Congratulations, everybody. Hey, thank you for those gifts. Even though, not girl power, but, I guess girl power if you support Trump and you're a girl. How much is that even worth? Okay, that's also worth 300 joules.
The identity of a nation is the destiny of a nation, and America has a destiny like no other because we are a people like no other. For whatever reason, that's just the way it is.
Why would you vote Sleepy Joe? You couldn't even vote Sleepy Joe in 2024. He wasn't even on the ballot. He wasn't even on the ballot.
Here, the old world sent its bravest, boldest, and most resilient, its fiercest, most faithful, and freedom-loving. These men and women brought values, traditions, and customs transmitted over the centuries in Britain and stretching back even further to Athens, Jerusalem, and Rome. The United States of America is where the greatest civilization in human history became.
Yup, the greatest civilization in human history. Andrew Yang hopefully will never be president. Funny enough, I actually kind of was halfway considering him a long time ago. I was just thought his policies were interesting, but now I'm way older and I think he's just stupid.
Greater than ever before on the grounds and granite hills and the rugged plains of this wide open continent. They forged a uniquely American character, a new breed of citizen. That's you.
/Dustley 2028.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You're not that new a breed. You're a really good breed, but I'm not sure that you're that new.
Get the likes up though, chat. We can at least get to 70.
A breed. Americans did not bow before a king or a government, but kneeled only before Almighty God. That's right. These were the people.
Woo woo! Thank you for those gifts again. I'll have to look those up. Give me a second.
People who founded our republic. These were the patriots who fought for independence. This was the spirit that demanded freedom, and this was the culture that built America and carved its heroes into Mount Rushmore. For generations, it was understood that the core of patriotic duty of every American was to pass this culture on to our children.
That's American culture. What the hell is a seagull? Okay, a seagull is worth something. Thank you. Thank you for the seagull.
And to
No, we're not.
preserve the
Dirty
nation
money.
for centuries and centuries to come. But in recent years, there's been an undeniable attempt to change this exceptional character, to beat the American spirit out of us, alienate us from our history, and to make it impossible to even answer the question, what does it mean to be an American? As we march into our 250th year, incredible, beautiful year it will be, we must never forget there is no American freedom without American
MAGA forever.
culture.
Democrat treason.
And there is no American founding without the American people. Many nations have paper.
If you want to call in, join the Discord or drop a $50 super chat, we'll get you in here. You have to go through the vetting process. Let's continue though, boys.
Constitutions and legal systems, but the citizens live in fear and squalor. A constitution is only as strong as the people and the culture responsible for upholding it. But as long as we remember who we are, we have to always remember who we are and what we're all about. The United States of America will forever be the land of free men and women, and we will never, ever fail.
Never, ever fail. The Discord link's already linked, brother. Or ask time to drop it if you can.
So tonight, let us say clearly and proudly what makes Americans so unique and extraordinary. We're going to give our country its identity back. Above all,
MAGA Nation.
Americans love freedom. We cherish independence, and we know that we are the heirs to the most beautiful land, the most thrilling story, and the most precious legacy on which the sun has ever shined. In America, we do not need anyone's permission to say what we think and to live as we please, to worship as we choose, or to keep and bear arms. You know that. And for almost 6 years during my presidency, I've saved, almost single-handedly, but working with John and some other great people, we've saved your Second Amendment, and I will continue.
Ronald, love the hat and flag, brother. Much appreciated, man. We got a real patriot. W. Ronald. W. Ronald.
To do so, I promise. Our rights here given to us by the God who made us, and those rights shall not be infringed. Americans believe in self-reliance. We look at success with envy not, and I say that.
A lot of angry Democrats in the comment section lost their EBT. The best streamer and president, man. God bless you, man. Hope you're having a fantastic Monday.
Some people are envious and some people are not. We are not, but with admiration, and we earn it, and we will always earn it, and we will always respect it. We are an incredible, good, kind, and generous people, always ready to help a friend or a neighbor in need. No one has ever given more to charity, ended more hunger, cured more disease, or done more to uplift humanity than Americans, and no country ever will be able to match it.
USA. Look, how much more patriotic does it get than this? I will, Ron. I'm going to keep going no matter what, man. God bless you. This is the stuff that the Democrats hate. They don't like saying this.
Thank you. So true. Americans honor excellence. We admire boldness. We respect ambition. We are a nation of dreamers and believers, warriors and explorers, doers and fighters. In every human endeavor, Americans see an unfinished competition. What is strong can be made stronger. What is fast can be made faster. What is great can be made greater than ever before, and that's what's happening with America. Show us a mountain, and we'll just climb it. Show us an ocean, and we'll just cross it.
Democrats are the party of lawlessness and disrespect. That's definitely going to be an interesting thing.
Show us a problem, and we will just solve it. Show us a task the world calls impossible, and Americans will get it done. Americans are strong and always ready to stand firm for a good cause. We treasure justice, fairness, family, honesty, and human dignity, unlike societies based on class, clan, or tribe. We see every citizen as an individual, equal under the law and equal under the eyes of the Lord. In America, we speak English because that is the language of our founding, and for 1,000 years.
Look at that, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That has been the language of freedom and American always wants peace and order, but we will never shrink from danger or threat. We will always fight, 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 and win, win, win. We got to do that. Because this is our culture, this is our character. Not every American is all of these things, but every American knows these are the traits that make our country exceptional, and exceptional it is. You do not have to be born here, but you do have to love what we have built. You must love our country. There has never been anything like us anywhere on earth, and we are not going to let anyone
keep spreading the word of God and Trump, brother. I will. Amen. Amen.
take that away. Yet as we approach this magnificent anniversary, we see our American identity under a renewed attack. A generation after we fought and won the Cold War against the menace of communism, there is now a resurgence of the communist menace in our land, including from newcomers to our country who embrace ideas totally opposed to our way of life and our great success. These are not mere political disagreements like differences over taxes or regulations.
Communism. Here we come. Good old communism, the thing the Democrats love the most in life.
Communism is a mortal threat to American liberty. It is the greatest threat to our country, including World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, or even 9/11. We're not going to let this happen to us. Believe me, we're not letting it happen. Because communism is the enemy of free people everywhere in the world. Never works. It's the enemy.
That's what I'm talking about, Adam. Trump. Subscribe, like, share. This was an amazing speech. It's not even over yet.
Of the Constitution. Above all, it's the enemy of July 4th, 1776. It is the enemy indeed. Even while the radicals and extremists attack our incredible history at every turn, they are silent on the miserable history of communism itself, because it never worked. Thousands of years, if you look at it, under different names, under somewhat different ideologies and systems, that system has led to...
Oh, we absolutely are going to finish off Iran. Are you kidding me? What question is that?
More death and destruction than any system ever tried. It killed 100 million people just in the last century alone. Communism is the exact opposite of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It's death, tyranny, and the pursuit of evil. The godless communist morality states that anything is justified to bring about inhuman visions and to really propose what's good. They don't want good. They don't love God, and they don't want God. They don't love religion.
They're democrats. They don't love God, and they don't love and they love demons. They're democrats. What else can you call them? What else can you tell them?
And they don't want religion, and they won't have it. But we will not let them win. They have no chance against us. They have no respect for law, justice, principle, tradition, or your God-given rights. It's an ideology of mass theft, mass control, mass lies, and mass murder. Such doctrines can be given no quarter in a democracy, because the first thing they do when they get into power is turn around and destroy it. It always is destroyed, just as communists have done in other countries all over the world, no matter where you look. Very simply, communism represents the worst ideas and abuses in history by the worst people. the American founding represents the best ideas and traditions in history by the best people like you. You can be loyal to Karl Marx, or you can be
loyal to Karl Marx, you can be loyal to America. Right?
loyal to America. You can be a communist or you can be a patriot. You cannot.
I will debate him. What does he want to debate about? Message me his positions. Whenever you find someone that wants to debate, either have them message me their positions and what they want to debate about, or you can message it to me, Scott. That just makes it a lot easier.
Not be both. As for those who peddle Marxist lies about our heritage, who tell our children that we live on stolen land or that our heroes were oppressors, they're doing something much worse than slandering our past. They are slandering and attacking our future. Not going to let that happen. They're trying to tear down the great American character, to destroy the people who declared independence, who crossed the Delaware, who settled the West, and who conquered the skies. You know who those people are. But we will never let that happen. Our American ancestors did not shed their blood at Concord and Trenton, Gettysburg and Shiloh, Midway and Normandy, just so that a band of thieves, radicals, and lunatics could come in and loot, pillage our nation.
We ain't gonna let them come in and loot and pillage our nation. Hell no.
Our heroes died to
Hell
win,
no.
build, and to save, and to build truly a great country, the greatest country ever in the world. So on the eve of this 250th anniversary of America.
On the eve, this was on July 3rd. Love from Ireland. Look here, let's look at the comment section. Love from Ireland. God bless America. Happy birthday, America, from Alberta, Canada. Look at these comment sections. The whole world is happy about it. Happy birthday, USA, from Hong Kong. I was born in Ecuador and I love America. As a Canadian, the only thing I can say is God bless. Look at all these people from all around the world that are wishing us happy birthday. Happy 250th from Switzerland. Happy 250th from Australia. Happy 250th from Malta. I mean, look, the whole world loves us. That's quite obvious. All you gotta do is really look at the comment section in this, and you'll see the whole wide world loves us. What are you talking about? God bless you from Montana. God bless you from Florida.
That the citizens of the United States of America will vanquish communism quickly. Don't let them take too much of.
We will vanquish it quickly. That's why they're scared of MAGA, because it's the only people that are going to take on. They're communists.
Your time. You know they're wasting your time, don't you? But we're not going to let them take too long or too much of our time as they play their games and send them into exile. We will send them quickly away, and we will continue to build our country bigger and better and stronger than ever before. America will never be a communist country.
Round of applause.
We can only lose the midterms if we allow ourselves to lose the midterms, if we are foolish, stupid, and unwise. But if we terminate the filibuster, as we should do, and immediately vote for the Save America Act, then we will not lose.
What's up, my Korean? You stand with Trump? My Korean stands with Trump.
Election for 100 years. We do that, we're not going to lose an election for 100 years. The Communist Party is made up of illegal immigrants, criminals, and everybody that doesn't want to.
This Korean lady says she's a legal immigrant that stands with Trump. Shout out South Korea. Great people over there in South Korea.
Work. Communism is a loser. It always was, and it is right now. It's a big loser. Look at the people that are promoting it. They are not the people you're going to follow. In 250 years, the free people of this land have accomplished more with our liberty than any other society has accomplished, even in thousands and thousands of years. As you look back
That's
and you
actually
study
100% correct.
what our
We've accomplished more and that, and you know.
critics will never understand is that America is not.
That's fantastic. I'd love to get this South Korean woman on our channel if anyone can help out. Would you like to come on the channel? Time, can you drop the Discord link? Maybe we can get the South Korean in here. I will call you in the next 10 minutes because I'm going to end the stream.
Not the sum of its mistakes. Our mistakes make us human. Our achievements make us American, and nobody has ever had the achievements that we've had. We are the nation that dreamed and created the modern world. We laid the railroads. We raised up those big, beautiful skyscrapers, harnessed electricity, and invented the light bulb, the telephone, the airplane, the assembly line, the television, the microchip, the personal computer.
Who has the Discord link so we can get some more guests coming in? Maybe this Korean lady will volunteer.
The internet, the GPS,
But one of the moderators
the
needs to post
smartphone,
the
and
link.
almost everything else that has ever been invented, including, especially over the last few days.
Time. Thank you. Please join that Discord link. Time on my side sent in those chats, guys. Please join that link. To the Korean girl, to anyone else that wants to debate, please join that link.
In certain areas,
or just come on the channel.
A thing called air conditioning.
Air conditioning. Air
we invented
conditioning.
it all. We charted the human genome, cured diseases. We powered entire cities by splitting single atoms and planted our flag on the moon. Americans fill the airwaves of the planet with our music and our culture. We invented baseball, basketball, football, volleyball, NASCAR.
We invented all
rodeo. We love that.
NASCAR. NASCAR. Yeah, South Korea is cool.
Rodeo of the West. Americans have won the most Olympic medals of any country in the world by far. The most Nobel Prizes. Well, they haven't given me one. Settled 8 wars, I still haven't gotten it. That's okay. And the most world records. We publish by far the most patents. We produce the best movies. We make the best music. And we raise up the greatest entertainers and strongest athletes the world has ever seen. So true. We built the biggest and most dynamic economy. And by the way, our country today is doing better than it's ever done before. Never had anything like it. With, as of last week, $19.2 trillion pouring into the United States right now from all over the world. That's the investments being made, and the record was 3. 4 years. In 4 years, the last administration did much less than 1, and we did 19.2 in 12 months. And thanks to our great election win, November 5th,
Audio muted. Okay, now we're back. What I said was I love America and air conditioners. That was a super chat. And Iran lost.
And the tariffs, plants and factories are being built all over the United States right now. And
You
they're
can hear me
being
now.
built
It
at
should
a
be
number
good.
that we've never, ever seen before.
To liberals, it's not hard. Do your own research. Don't watch CNN, other fake news, to voting something like Kamala. Go do your own research.
For so much more. We're breaking records by double, triple, quadruple. We created the strongest and most powerful military. We won 2 world wars, the Cold War, and left America's enemies in the depths of history. We beat Venezuela.
I do like the stream, and I don't know how to use my computer. You're right. You're right.
Venezuela in one day.
Good for you.
And we knocked the
I don't know how to
hell
use my computer, but I like to stream, so that's why I have more subscribers than you. Bingo.
out of Iran. They're dying to settle. They want to settle so badly. We gave them a week off for a funeral because we're nice. It's true. For 250 years, the entire world has looked to our country and been inspired.
CNN is TDS. Complete TDS.
By the leaps of progress, feats of strength, and acts of selflessness, faith, and hope that could only have happened right here. 2 years ago, we were laughed at, mocked, and a nation in decline. We were in very serious decline.
We were in very serious decline. Inflation 9.8%.
Last administration, what they've done to us, we can never, ever forget that.
9.1%.
And today, we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. Everybody respects us. Like no nation. Remember this, we're respected like no nation in the world is respected like us. Every king, every prime minister, every president, they respect us more than any other country.
They respect us more than any other country.
By far. 2 years ago, they laughed at us. Now it's only respect. And I want to tell you, the best is yet to come. So in conclusion, from the roaring waters of Niagara Falls to the shimmering gushes of oil and fire from our beloved Texas, from the magnificent fields of corn and wheat and barley of our farms in the Midwest, to the vast canyons of finance in New York.
Liberals and Dems, selective empathy. I like that one. They do have a selective empathy.
New York City, from the billowing stacks of steel now being produced all over our country at record levels, to the car plants that are rising like we have never seen before. We have more plants under construction than we've had ever before. Automobile plants, something you didn't see of at all for 35 years. To technology from the minds of geniuses that is being brought to life in all corners of our country, from the snow-capped peaks of the Rockies to the white sand shores of the Gulf of America. And to right here in the Black Hills of the Dakotas, after 200
Gulf of America's, chat. Gulf of America's.
150 years,
We should have went in and blown up on the funeral. I don't give a damn.
American
We
freedom
should have never
still
let them
rings.
have that funeral.
The
Never.
American dream still
Never.
lives, and the American flag still flies more proudly than ever before over the people who will not quit, the nation that will not fail, the country that will not fall. No matter how hard the enemy tries, we cannot be beaten. Tomorrow we reach a milestone like no other and celebrate with joyful hearts and soaring spirits, because after 2.5 centuries, we know that this is not an ending. This is only the beginning of the golden age of America. And together we will make America bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. I promise you that. It's an honor to be your president. Thank you very much. And
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
happy Independence Day to all. God bless you all. God bless you all. Thank you.
If y'all have any final questions, comments, anything before I hop out of here, I'll give you 30 seconds. Say her name, Riley. Where were you when she was unalived by illegal alien immigrants? Yeah. No kidding. No freaking kidding. Can we get to 70 likes though, chat? 70 likes. Georgia is red. Are you in Georgia? That's freaking fantastic. Can we have that Discord link one more time? One more time or what's up? Democrats are evil. A lot of them are evil. The majority of them are evil. I'm with you on that. Well, we're probably going to come back around 4:20, 4:30 with a debate person for a co-host. So we'll be back, chat. We'll be back. Adios. Time, can you drop the link one more time? I want these people to join into our Discord. I'm going to post it too. There you go. There's the Discord link. Georgia girl needs to join the Discord. All right, chat. I'm out of here. Adios. I'll be back. There's the Discord link right there. Make sure you click that. Trump supporters, Democrats, everyone click that link so we can join the Discord. Adios.